Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Zeus. My name is Antonio. I've owned 2006 Fleetwood Bounder 20th year anniversary for the last 5 years. I've done a recent upgrade on this regarding the cooking grills that I have, the flat iron grills and the burners outside the RV. So this little project requires me to tap into the existing gas line and run it to the back to a compartment and tee off to make two quick disconnects that both have shut-off valves. Now before I show you the video and show you what I did, there's important safety points that need to be discussed. Okay? First of all, before I even disconnected any gas lines, I shut off the main valve and I turned on the gas stove inside, or the burners, and ran them until the flame was extinguished or we ran out of LP. Once that happened, then I know that I'm able to open up the gas lines. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch the camera around and we're going to go underneath the RV, show you what I did and what we have and how things work, okay? All right. All right, so if you guys can see, way at the top right here, I'm going to point to it. That is the existing gas line that runs all the way to the back. All the way to the back of the, you can't really see it like this right here. It's at the top, way at the top, okay? So what I did was, after I exhausted all the gases in the line, okay, here's the main line right here. Okay, this hose right here goes around to the regulator, which is up here, and I'm going to come back out and show you the regulator. Okay, here's the shut-off valve right here. Okay, and then there's the hose that comes off the regulator and comes around underneath. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. I had to remove the line that came from up top down to this existing gas line, and I got two pieces of gas line pre-measured, and I ran a tee off of it, keeping in mind that I'm using thread locker and or you can use thread seal, which is a paste. Okay, we don't want any leaks, and I checked everything after it was done to make sure that things are going good and there's no leaks. Okay, so I ran the line, and I'm going to turn around here so that we can follow what I did. Okay, I had to get measurements, take measurements and stuff, you know, for the gas line, but we ran it all the way here. I had to make some modifications here and cut some of the flange so that the gas line could sit up tight on the frame. Okay, I had to drill a hole, an inch and a quarter hole here for the gas line to go through. And I do have to make a modifications with the freshwater tank drain. This is going to come out, and I'm going to relocate it probably on this side somewhere. And I'll probably have like a 45, and I'll have it come out at an angle and come back out so it's over here, and this way it can be drained. I ran it through to the back, this compartment right here. This is the compartment for the back before the wheels, okay? And this is what I did with the gas line. I ran a T, and then I have another gas line with a 90, and it goes inside the compartments at the top. Okay, now we're going to come back out and come over here. Okay, so now this is what I have here. I have the 90 again that comes straight down to an adapter that goes to a quarter inch threads that come. This comes with the quick disconnect. Okay, and then I have them both over here. I like to use the caps that come with it. They're really nice. All right. Both of them have a shutoff valve, even though this itself is a shutoff, but I had ensured that this is just safely shut off, just when I'm not using it. These are both down. Okay, I will take these and turn these 90 degrees so it's in line with the connect, and I know for sure the gas is going through. And then what I did is I bought two of these 12-foot quick connects that have a 3/8 connection at the end, and I bought a modifier that's going to go into the tank. And I'll give you a brief idea of what I did on one of them. So this is the original adapter. Okay, so here's the thing. You can't use two regulators on a line. So the RV has a regulator already. If this was to have a regulator and I try to cook with it, I can't because it's been downgraded. The pressure's been downgraded, so it's not going to work. Okay? So what I did was I modified the existing adapter, and all I did was I removed the adapter. I bought an adapter that hooks to a hose, and then I have a gas fitting that connects the both of them together. So they're straight through. It doesn't have any kind of regulation whatsoever. This pressure stop will be opened once I plug this into the gas grill, and then I just put my hose to this. I have a fitting for my Blackstone, which is right here. I got that off Amazon. I got all this stuff off Amazon. Okay, this is rated to like 350 pounds of pressure, so it's braided and I love it. Okay, it's got the quick connect on this side, which plugs into right here, and then this part's going to go down into the hole that I drilled underneath, and then go to my table where I have both grills. And I can use two grills. I got a 22-inch, and I also have a 17-inch. Okay, and I tested everything, and it works great. I have no problems whatsoever with it. It works awesome. And you know, right now what's happening is I'm working off the LP tank on the RV, and I never have to run out of gas. I do have a smaller tank here as an emergency with two fittings. These are the CC1 connects. Those are the ones that come with your tank. If you look at your tank, you got your thread right there. You could connect your grill to that. Well, what I did was I purchased two 12-foot hoses that will connect to this tank in case I want to take this and the grill someplace else other than the RV, and I can connect to the regulator on these grills. I have the regulators, and I have the connections that don't have regulators, so I can use these properly, because you need a regulator to work these things when you're not using off the RV. So everything came out perfect. It took me about a couple days because I had to experiment with the system, and I had a Coleman two burner Coleman that I was going to use with the setup, and I wasn't getting the gas to light. And then what I did is I took the hose I connected to the portable LP tank, and I found out that it wasn't working either. So something happened with the Coleman. That thing is probably about 15 or 16 years old, so it was at its end of its life. And I bought a single 10,000 BTU burner on Amazon that has the same 3/8 quick connect on it, and I can use that if I wanted to, like, you know, boil corn or steam clams, whatever. So anyways, that was a cool project that I did. If you're going to try to tackle this, I would really advise you to do some research before you get started, especially if you haven't done this type of work before. I'm in construction and I work with gas and I work with electric all the time. So I'm knowledgeable in what I have to do with connecting those gas lines. The most important thing is to make sure they're not leaking. Do a test. Get a bottle of water, fill it with soap, and spray it. Once you put the gas through the line and you lit the grills, turn everything off, and then spray underneath it to make sure that it's not leaking. If there's a leak, you're going to see bubbles. So you want to make sure they're tight. All the connections have to be tight. If you think that you torque down that gas line enough, I would do it one more time just to be sure. Because what happens as you turn those gas line threads into each other, they cut their own path in the thread and they create a natural seal. So anyways, any questions, give me a shout. Go to Facebook and YouTube, check out the videos, subscribe, and have a good day. Happy camping all.